Welcome back, everybody, to another review. Today we're going to do a review on the Club RDA. Now with that, there you go, a little bit better lighting from Vicious Ant. Ooh, that's still not, it's washing out a little bit better. Alright, there we go. Vicious Ant Club. You got the ant logo all the way around. And then you get your club logo. Alright, so then let's break it down. Let me show you what's inside. So this is basically supposed to be their version of an AIO. AIO meaning all-in-one device. You get pretty much everything you need minus a battery, cotton, and wire, and juice. That's it. Okay, so with that being said, the system is actually pretty good. There's two different types of decks. There's the 1mm deck and like a 1.5, 1.75 millimeter deck. They call it a 2mm deck, but it's not a 2mm whole deck. Why? Because I checked it with the 2mm coil jig and it will not go inside. So with that being said, you know, let's break down, show it, see what we got inside the package, you know, and let you decide for yourself what you like. So let's bring it down. Alright, welcome back. So here we go. The Club Omega by Vicious Ant. Okay? Beautiful packaging. Things have changed in the packaging. Something I really like. You know, you're used to the typical black on black, you know, Vicious Ant logos, Vicious Ant boxes. Well, look at this. It's now red inside. Over here, you're going to get your warranty card, you have 10 days from purchase. Okay, understand your warranty. 10 days from purchase means once you receive this, after 10 days, your warranty is done. You're going to get some extra O-rings, 2 additional post screws. Motherfucker, I can't speak English. You're going to get 2 post screws, additional O-rings. Let's see here. Let's zoom this in so you can see. And there we go. So, 2 post screws, 2 additional O-rings, and an Allen key are going to come into your side slot. So that's some of the extras that come with it. Let's bring it back out. And focus right about there. So you're going to get your device. I've been using this thoroughly. Mine actually, I'm not going to lie to you, came in chipped up right there. As you can see, chips all over the top of this. Okay? For close to a $400 device or over $400 device, I should not have had that. So, that is what it is. I'm just going to deal with it. I ain't gonna send this thing back. I'm just going to let it go. Send 2 other things that I need to, and that's it. So, there it is. DNA 75C powered chipset inside of it. They do now, I think, have this in the version of the SX45J. And so, therefore, you have both options. You want Yeehee or DNA. I prefer, on this one here, the DNA. Why? Because I can customize themes. So, easy. Pop open the door. You got the magnets back on the door again. Okay? Typical bottom system. But now you have this Ultim insert. Let's zoom in on this insert and clear it up for you. Alright. So now you have that Ultim insert which shows you the bottling system. And it's just really a nice touch. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. That really makes it stand out. Sorry, the fingerprints are all mine. Really well made. And, you know, what I'm going to tell people is this straight up. If you're going to be a keyboard warrior and try to tell me that this is the same thing as a billet box, you're so full of yourself, okay? I'm going to slap a battery in it. I'm going to tighten down the threads by just twisting this. This allows adjustability for the bottom. So, on here, look at that new theme. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Look at their new theme. Let's see if we can focus that. There we go. The new Club Omega theme. Now, some changes I've done is the percentages and some movements throughout the screen, but the background is the main thing. Look at that. You cannot beat that look. The backgrounds, the front, was an amazing piece. Now, with that, you're going to get the matching drip tip. Let me zoom back out. Focus that. So you get the matching drip tip, which matches the door that you get. So as you can see, my door and my drip tip are matching. Okay. My light is being a pain, so let's move it over a little bit. All right, so there's the door and the matching drip tip. Okay. So let's go ahead and put the door back on. Very easy to put on. Very well done. These doors will not fit a standard spade, and here's why. They have rounded it off and put corners all the way around. You know, I thought initially that it would work, but it will not. You got the nice club logo cut out in it. The only thing is this. I've never owned the original club, okay? So I don't know if it was the same feeling. But right here on this edge where you're supposed to squonk, it is very sharp. Something that should have been thought about as maybe figuring out a way to make this not so sharp. I don't know. But it doesn't stop me from using it. I love it. I mean, if you hold it right, I usually hold it about like this. So my finger kind of goes into this one. And then I squonk right here with the index finger, okay? So, very nice device. You know, other than, you know, me getting my device. And let me show you. I'm going to zoom it in so you can see it and clear this up. See those chips? That's what mine came in like. Right there. All the chips across the top right there are all from shipping it over to me. Okay? I did contact them. They were surprised. But you know what? I still got a damaged fucking product. So, everything else on here, if it was any other damages on here, you know, which there is not. There's not another single scratch, ding, dent, burr, spur on mine because I take care of it, you know. But I've also only got 700 hits on it because I've been using something else. Now, your warranty card and your peripheral pouch are going to be right here located on the side. Now, understand your warranty. It is 10 days from purchase upon receiving it. So, therefore, if you order this device on the 10th and they ship it on the 11th and you get it on the 21st, from the 21st until the 31st, you have a warranty on it. After that, warranty is done. Now, you are responsible to send this back, get repairs done. If they do the repairs for free, which a lot of times, depending on what it is, they will. But you will foot the shipping bill. A $50 bill usually there and a $50 bill back. That's the cost to have these devices. Okay? So let me, in the peripheral pouch, let me zoom this in. You're going to get 2 extra O-rings, an Allen key, and 2 additional post screws. That's what you're going to get with it, okay? Now, in my opinion, you should have had 4 grub screws in there because you... Well, no, 2's fine. Because if you're stripping that many out, that's a problem. You're going to get their typical bottle, the Vicious Ant bottle, which has their logo, and there's a secondary bottle located on the inside. Then you're going to get your deck, okay? This particular deck right here is brand new. I haven't used it. I will be putting back in my other deck that's already built and ready to go, but I will show you the differences. All right, so as you see how I took that off. This twists. Once you feel the catch, it locks down, okay? So, pop it out. There's your deck. There's your air holes right. Let's see if we can get some better light over here just so you can see it. Your air holes are right there with the Ultim. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now this is supposed to be roughly like 1.75, 1.8. They call it a 2 mil, but it's not 2 millimeters. I'm telling you right now, it is not a 2 mil hole. Okay, this is going to be more for your open direct lung type usage. Okay, and I wasn't aware of that at first. You know, I just grabbed the deck, you know, because I had 2 of them, because I've got both versions of the deck. So let's close that box. Let's back it back out. Whoop! Zoom it in. There we go. Let's take the box, set it off to the side. We don't need that right now. Here's the other deck. This is the deck that I have been using, okay? So I pop it off, and as you can see, I've got much smaller holes. Let's zoom that in. Much smaller holes on mine, okay? So with that, hold on, let's get that focused because you can't focus that. There we go. So much smaller holes, that's where your airflow is going to travel down this way from the top cap. I'm going to show you so you can see this is your airflow cuts. You have 1 on each side. You're going to put your deck on, twist it, lock it back down. Your airflow, when you put it on, is going to travel. Let's bring this up. Here we go. See if we can focus this. Oh, there it focused. Let's bring it back. Okay. Your airflow is going to travel. Trying to get this so that I can get the best view for you guys, okay? It's a little bit more difficult when you're trying to do this. All right, so you see a threading here. It's the same threading that's on the deck, so that's how you're going to get it in. But if you look underneath, you're going to have your airflow right underneath there. You see that lip right there? That little lip? Where's it at? Right there is your airflow. Right there, which is running straight down to that piece on the insert, the insulator. And you have 1 more right here as well. Now, let's bring this back. Focus. Let's see if autofocus is going to work. There we go. So one thing I'm going to show you is this. If this airflow is too much for you, then here's what you can do. Right here on this spot right here, you take something and you slide it across. Or slide it where you may need, you know, halfway there. Okay? Now when you do that, it's going to change your airflow sides. Focus. Okay, back to manual. All right, it's going to change your airflow slots right here. This is where your airflow is. So, as I move this, you see that open? That's all the way open. If I move it the other way, it closes it off. If you vape like this, you're crazy. So I open this up because I'm running the smaller airflow deck. Now, inside build deck wise, here we go. Let's zoom this in. Let's get that focused. Let me bring it up for you. Right there. All right, as far as your build goes, there we go. Now we got some better light. Now, I've got a 3mm coil in there, and it fits just fine. They do have the jig cutouts on the side to where to lay your coil at, so that's a positive. Grub screws on either side, which means you can only wrap it one way. All right. Well, you can wrap it both ways, but It depends. Excuse me. Holy shit. Depends on which way you want to go. I need a vape real quick, and I am vaping the Integra. Where'd it go? Woo! There we go. Look at that. The Integra. Helps if you turn the motherfucking device on. Okay. All right. So the Integra is sitting on top of a titanium. Okay. So that's, why I'm not worried about, messing around with the Integra. You see that nice luster right there from it? That's from R.B. Manhattan or Manhattan. He's from New York. Ah! I don't know how to say his last name, but he got a nice CA coating going on here. He's going to do some touch-ups for me later, because I'm going to keep this thing nice and lustrous. But there is that. And then I'm going to do a comparison while we're down after this. So once you can see the build deck is fine. Okay. 3mm coils, no problem. Airflow goes right up underneath of it. Once it comes underneath, it travels straight up. So it comes down, underneath, and back up through the center. Very easy to do. So set your cap. You feel it lock. And then it will actually untwist off whatever you have it on. Okay. Like me, I have it on my block. So everything is good. Then all you're going to do is you're going to take it and set it inside your area, inside of your device, your new Club Omega. Now, what I did is, and what I've learned is, this tip is so tight that once I get it in, it threads for me, and I don't need to worry about nothing. So now I've got a fully functional, ask for new coil, fully functional piece. Now, let's zoom this out. Okay, let's get it focused. Let's set that to the side. Now, if anybody wants to see what I'm running on here. 1.107 ohms. Okay, I run a very high build. That's what I do. I run high builds, amazing flavor. I'm not out here cloud chasing. Now, here's the Club Omega. Okay. And here's the Billet Box. Two different devices. Okay. This comes with, just like this, a bridge for a pre-made OCC coil. Nasty ass piece of shit fucking coil. Piece of shit. Who cares? You don't like my language, get off. Because I don't need a keyboard warrior telling me what it is. A Billet Box is cheaper. You can buy a Billet Box, do this, do that, do this, do that. Great, good for you. Go buy a Billet Box. You don't have to buy this. No one's telling you to buy it, okay? No one's sitting here and holding a gun to your head. So on my Billet Box, which is right here, yeah, it's a little different. I have a custom drip tip. I have the mother of pearl button. Inside the Billet Box, here's where your problems come in. The Boro, which is this big white piece, is your tank. And then my atomizer, which is, I've got an aftermarket one, which is the vape shell, which a lot of people say is the best for it. You can only build, and you put a little bit of cotton in, and this is also a DNA 60. Okay, I've got a 2019 rendition. Okay, let's see if you can see that. Let's see if we can focus that in. All right, so I'm running a 1.14 in this as well. Okay, same type of battery. So they are totally different things. Can I take the back door off on my Spade? Or I'm sorry, my Club? No. Because look, both doors come off. Okay, there goes Billet Box Vapor, made in the USA, 2019 rendition. Okay, airflow on this is on the side. Airflow on this at the top. I hold mine like this when I fire. You see where my finger lays? Away from that airflow hole. You want to know what happens with a billet box if you try to hold it? Look at that airflow. It's covered. So you have to hold a billet box like this. They are two different devices. Let me tell you something. I paid almost as much for this billet box with that vape shell inside and a custom drip tip as I did for this for this Club Omega. So if you want to talk about these being cheaper brand new than this, you're almost at the same price point. It just depends on which type of vaping style you want to be at. Okay? I personally think this is good, but I really do like my billet box. Okay? There's a lot more options for the billet box, unfortunately. All right? So with that, let's bring it back on the top, talk about it, give you my views, my thoughts, and that's pretty much going to be the end of this video. Okay? Thank you. All right, here we are back up on top with the billet box. Nope, not the billet box. Nope. That's not the one. That's not. Whoa, look at that light flexion. Okay, there we go. Back up on top, we've got the Club Omega. Okay, as I showed you, two different types of decks. You got the 1mm version, and then the other one's it's supposed to be a 2mm version, but I don't believe it. Sorry. I tested it. And if this ain't with focus, there we go. Tested it with a standard jig, 2mm inner diameter. So therefore, I stuck it. It would not go in. A 1.5 went in, and I still had plenty of room. So I'm saying a 1.8, 1.9 maybe. It's supposed to be a 2, but it's not a true 2mm. The other one, I didn't test it, but it's supposed to be a 1mm. I don't have a 1mm. Nothing I can do about that. So my views on this is very simple, very simplistic, very well made. I can't take that away. Pros on it. It's an all-in-one system. You don't need to go buy an RDA. You don't need to buy a drip tip. Your door matches your drip tip. So if you like the matchy-matchy game, you've got it. If you want a different tip, it's a 510 drip tip, okay? So you can get a 510 of your own and put it on there, okay? You want clear, purple, pink, purple, green, orange, yellow, whatever, rainbow, whatever you want to put on, okay? So there's that, Focus! All right, you got to yell at the camera a little bit. Listen, do what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to autofocus at all times. Please keep up with me. It's great vapor production, okay? If you want to say this is anything at all, if you want to call this, if this thing would focus, okay? You don't want to focus, we can switch that up. Let's zoom in. If you want to call this anything, call it a spade, okay? Quit being stupid. Quit being a dumb fuck. Call this a fucking spade, because that's what it is. It's a spade, okay? It's a spade that's been modified to become an AIO. That's all it is. And an AIO just means all in one. I'm trying to fix shit. I can't zoom in and zoom out no more. And I'm this far back, it's kind of hard to deal with it. But yeah, it's an all-in-one device. It's great. It does what it's supposed to do. You build it, you slap it in, you can adjust your airflow so you can tighten it up some. You put the bigger one in, tighten it down a little bit. I can see this becoming a mouth-to-lung device if you really want that. 2 bottles, just like the regular spades. Excuse me, just woke up. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, just dropped my son off to summer school at 9. Get amazing vapor production, but the flavor that comes off this, it's amazing. And yes, I am using the smaller hold piece. Have I tested the other one? No. What for? I could build it, but I'm not going to. I'm just not going to build this. I'm spending more time with the other things I have. The cons. The door being sharp, where you're supposed to squonk, so you always hit that, and it stabs you. The only other con, mine came in damaged. I have a damaged body. My Cerakote's gone. I'm back down to metal. When am I supposed to put a Sharpie on there? Contacted them. Oh, well, we checked it before it left. Well, something happened because I clearly took the pictures and showed you as soon as I got it that there was damage on it. And that's within my 10-day warranty. Hey, my shit's damaged. If I had dropped this, you would have damage all over it. But no, it's just at the very top. And I'm not slapping in the drip tip, okay? Or the atomizer for it. Do I feel it's worth buying? For what it is, yeah, I would recommend it. The flavor that you get, the options that you will have, you have 2 different types of decks that you can buy for it. More open or more closed. It goes for both of you guys. You can get more mouth to lung. You can get more mouth. There we go, mouth to lung. That's right. I was correct. I'm trying to sit upright. So, let's just fix this. If it wants to play with me, but it's being a pain in the booty. See? Loosen a little. There we go. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. There we go. So, I would recommend it for the fact of what you get with it. 2 bottles of device and then the atomizer. The second atomizer is a separate purchase. Okay, so definitely worth it. Now, what I've been vaping out of this, and it tastes so damn good. And what is it? It's a golden cookie pudding. It's Prohibition juice. Okay, let's let you see that. Focus. Let's zoom in and see if it'll focus. That's not focused. There it is. Golden Cookie Pudding by Prohibition. Okay. As y'all saw my NVE video, I'm back. I got to meet, I got to go to the booth and, pick up some more. Very good juice for what it is. The price point, when I was there, a 60 ml bottle cost me $10, about 500, 600 pesos, whatever the conversion is right now. But remember, that's show pricing. If you didn't go to the show, you're paying $24.95, I think it is, for the bottle of juice. And for $30, you get the big bottle like I got. Okay? So, with that, overall, worthwhile device. It is an AIO. It is an all-in-one. You got an atomizer, a body, you got a chipset, and a drip tip. It's all there. All you have to do is buy the original, or the additional. It's not original. Not at all. They knocked their own product off. But that's fine. It's their product. They can do what they want. If they want to put a fucking double damn atomizer in this and run a fucking chipset inside the same way, a 75, run 2 fucking coil holders in there, that's on them. This is their product. They can do what they want to do. They did a good job at doing that. They changed the spade game. They changed it up a little bit. I used to own 6 spades. Now I'm down to 3. I sold a couple of them. Why? Needed to. Okay? I had 6 of them. Then the spades went away. I picked up titaniums. Why? Because I went to the tank game. Like this. The Integra is on 1. On the Knight, which I never thought I was going to own, I've got that with the Dwarf. And this has got the small glass. I've got the larger one. Here's another one. The EVL on top of another titanium. Sorry, those are the 2 titaniums I have here. I have one back in the Philippines getting coated right now and cleaned up. And I have 2 more that one I broke by dropping it at the show. And the second one broke on its own. It popped. It was the honeycomb version, which I particularly don't really care for. So, with that, hope you enjoyed the review. Don't forget, down below, I'm going to link to the description to our group, and I'm also going to give you my coupon code if you're in the U.S., which is IVL20. Saves you 20% on premium vape supply. I am not sponsored by them. Well, kind of, I guess I am if they're giving me a coupon code because I'm a reviewer. But without being a reviewer, you can't get it. But IBL 20, doesn't matter what time of year, time of day, time of night, time of morning that you order, you can save 20% on e-liquids that they carry in stock. They have fair shipping. They have a great customer support system, okay? You can call them up, tell them what you need, and boom, they'll take care of you. They've done it several times for me, okay? And with that, you know, as soon as I sent them my link showing them my channel, boom, I got my code. So this code's not for me. It's for you. It's to save you 20%. So you may find juices sometimes cheaper in other places, but then when you see their shipping, it's going to be more. What if the shipping in mine is cheaper? There you go. Shop around. But I got the code for you. Join my group, International Vapors Lounge. Come on in. Don't forget to answer the questions. If you don't answer, I auto-reject you. I don't care who you are. I will auto-reject you out the group. Because just like if you have a group, you make us follow rules. Well, my rule is answer the questions, read them, understand them, because there's no excuses once you get inside the group. So, other than that, hope you enjoyed the review and the breakdown on everything. And until next time, this is Joshua Ozzie, and I'll talk to you later.